Hello, the game has started. It's my opponent to go first. I have an unbalanced rack with a preponderance of consonants. Way too many consonants. Okay, opponent has a few vowels, it seems like. And hemp seems perfectly acceptable for 35. Still just the one vowel. My H plays under ED. So a play of far would score quite well. Not a great rack leave, but not much I can do about that, I think. Okay, opponent does take my spot. My S plays above ho. I'd prefer to hang on to the S, but if it means helping balance the rack, then I will use the S. So that's fans for 25. And that's fans for 27. Yeah, I'll go for the extra points. That's a better pickup. I have the nail component of a word. Okay, I was thinking of nailhead before opponent played the D. And now I have the hand component, handrail. Wow, that would stop one square short of the trip. I have the anti-prefix, and I'm just looking at this E to see if a four-timer exists with these letters. I don't think Hannibal is good, but it would play through the N if it was. Hannibal. So, nail, I was thinking of nailhead. Not sure about nailhead. Yeah. Handrail was just too volatile there. I do draw a whole bunch of vowels, and opponent has exchanged. I have G here for 37, not a great rack leave. soldier on my rack. $35. Also not a great rack leave, provides a S floater. What about JOE? That's a little bit better than JEE. I prefer the E on my rack rather than the O. Yeah, I'm going with Joe for 37. Still a lot of vowels to deal with. I have the I-Z-E ending. I have Zia on my rack. Just wondering if this rack makes a 5-vowel 8. Okay, opponent plays Latin. And I'll be looking to get rid of the Z. But for a decent score, Zaire for 25. I do have the S for playing at the end of it. That's about as good a rack leave, I think, as I'm gonna find. What about Lee's here for 46? Oh, Hempe, not good. Yeah, that's, what was I thinking of there? Hempe is good with a Y, but not with an E. At size through an S. I think I might go with Zaire. I'm not seeing much better on offer. 25. Does seem a shame that the Z only scores 25. But yeah, I think that's just... Oh wait, I didn't consider plays up here. Zati, for example, for 46. I know it gives a lot back. 46, that's a big score. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Zati for 46. Wieners. Just wondering how badly I'm about to be stung with a Z play onto the trip, or a 9-timer would pretty much bury me. Oh, maybe not, because I do have a bit of a cushion. Might be able to survive a bingo or a 9-timer. Now, back to my rack. Wieners. Okay, opponent doesn't take the Z spot. Scores well with Veggie, 31. But do I have a bingo? Wieners doesn't appear to play anywhere. Is there an anagram? Answered onto a D or answerer? Volatile, but it is a bingo, and I'm not seeing another one. Okay, I do have Zitty up the top here if opponent doesn't take it for 39. This lane very hot for S play. I have Dixit on my rack. Okay, opponent scores well off the Z. One S to come, one blank to come. I have Oxid here, which takes out the S danger and scores quite well. Looking at V plays with the X, not seeing much, apart from Vox leaving 3 eyes. Yeah, I think I will go with Oxid for 32. An unideal pickup, 4 eyes to deal with. Yeti onto an E. Scores a dismal 8 points. Viney, 30 points, hard to turn down even with such an awful rack leave. Trinity through an R and a T, that's not going to happen. Okay, opponent takes that spot. Can I get rid of 2 eyes? Niddy, which scores next to nothing, but does take out a hot spot. Nidify, I think, if I had an F. I think I have, is it tie in like that? Yeah, that sorted the eyes out. I have the big component, not quite big wigs. Big wife, not a thing. My F does play handily next to, nice bingo by opponent. The F, if I had some other vowels to work with, I could potentially have a high scoring play there with my F down onto the trip, but not this turn. Wi-Fi no good. Maybe it'll come in later into the new word list. I'd like to get rid of WIB, but that's going to be tricky. I guess just big here would be alright. 24. That's a little bit more balanced, even though the clunky consonant issue still exists. Not quite wyvern. I have the over prefix, but not seeing much. Rift seems alright. For 39, not a great rack leave. Free view. I wonder if free view is a thing, as in television, free subscription, free view. Oh, that almost plays there. Almost plays through that E. Now, do I have a 4-timer? Oh, I didn't realize my time is going down. Maybe just view here. View here for 48. I have foo here for 32. I still have the, I don't have the I. Okay, he's taken that spot. What to do here? Not seeing great options. Build. I'll play F foul, I think. Probably a better play, but I'm low on time, so I just thought I'd wrap it up. Pro and ped, and okay, so pro and ped's the best I can see. Yeah, prone paired. Alright. And that was the end of the game. So thank my opponent. And let's have a look at what we missed. Go back to the start, and it was my opponent to go first. Oh dear seems fine. Hemp for 35 was best there. Die for 29 at 9H. Getting the Y doubled both ways. Opponent went with Nye. Fans for 27, but Fash for 40 at 6G. Spay, and then getting the H tripled, Fash across the top. Wow. Not a great rack leave, but that score definitely best. So I went with Fans for 27. Astrade, Dearest, D-Rates, Redates, quite a few bingos there. Nailhead seems fine. Why did I... Nailhead at 03 was my play, but Nailhead as the 4-timer. So I contemplated the word, but didn't think if it scored more elsewhere. But I quite like the idea of taking out the trip for 4 fewer points. So I'm still happy with the placement of my play there. And then Graft for 22 was acceptable, but anything after that was exchanges pretty much. And then Joe for 37 seems fine. Agi for 37 at 6i. Okay, Apes, Agi, yeah. Not bad as well, but very close. And then Elute for 22, undoubling the T's and getting rid of a couple of E's as well. That seems like a good rack leave. Opponent went with Lutton, similar idea. Zati for 46, Zeta. Zeta. I'm surprised I didn't contemplate Zeta, a better rack leave than the double E, but not much in it. Undouble the A's and the E's obviously makes sense. So a little bit suboptimal there. Veggio for 31. Opponent spots the best play there. Juarez for 51. Nice. Surprised I missed that one because I was looking at Z plays, but then when I spotted the bingo, I think I just, diverted my attention away from the Z, because that's a really strong rack leave, ENS, which combines really well with both the A and the R. Plus you had a V hotspot. Yeah, I don't know, it's an interesting one, that. Still happy with the bingo, but I do see the merit in Juarez. Zauk for 51 looks fine, and then Dixie on to the E at 11i. No, at 11i. Oh, Pazed. D-I-X-I-E. That's right. Pays takes a D. It's one of those very strange. Wow. That would have been a great play. For 59. It's not a very obvious hook for Pays, but Oxid seems fine as a set. Oh, actually, Doxy as well, so Dixie or Doxy with Pazed, but then Oxid for 32, but more volatile. Venatic for 39, no bingo, although a nice rack. Venatic, opponent went with Vice. Tie-in seems fine for getting rid of a couple of I's and a Y, and scoring fairly well, 24. I was on the verge of changing, but yeah, that word popped into mind. And then untasted and unstated, both good. Opponent went with untasted. Philly-beg for 48. Look at that. I went with big. Yeah. Equity scores are quite similar. Jail for 22. Opponent went with cheese. Rift for 39 was the one I did identify, but then I thought, we're going into the end game. There's a good chance I won't bingo with these remaining clunky consonants, B's, C's and M's. So I thought just go for maximum score, and that was my thinking with view here for 48. And opponent monologue for 22 was best through O&O there. Just sorting out a consonant heavy rack. He went with Bill. Frap for 24. I went with a foul because I was on I was in time trouble there. I didn't realise how quickly how little time I had left. And Corm for 21, opponent's play, and then Pro to go out. So yeah, pretty good game all in all. There were one or two plays that I missed. Pazed, and yeah, the Dixie, and one other I'm not sure was notably suboptimal, but apart from that, pretty good all in all. Hope you enjoyed watching that game, and I will see you next time.